In this video, we're going to go over polygons. Polygons are the core of modeling in Maya. Polygons are one of the most simple and basic ways to create a really interesting and complex model in Maya. And they're fairly direct and simple to work with, but there is a lot of choices, as there is with everything in Maya. But polygons have a lot of different kinds of tools to work with. So we're going to start with the basics of working with polygons. And we're going to break this video series up into a few different videos because there is so much to them. And we're going to keep to the basics just so you can learn how to model as you're a new modeler in Maya. And then in later lessons, we'll go into much more advanced topics. But the basics of Maya polygon modeling, we've gone over some simple things before. We'll do a quick review right now. I'll create a cube. I'll zoom in on it. Discuss the components of a polygon, okay? So the first thing you should do if you create a polygon object, just so you can see it a little better, is to put it in shaded mode with wireframe. That'll give you a bit better ability to be able to see what's going on with the polygon itself. And then if you want to switch the different modes on to whether it's, you can do to wireframe or you can go to shaded. So those are the two here, okay? Or you can type 4 and 5, 4 and 5. Okay, so that way those are quick methodologies for being able to change your shading modes. You're going to have to switch on and off quite a bit in Maya when you're working in these modes. So the way to access the polygon components is you hover over your object and you right click, and then you'll see you have a few different things here. You have vertex, you have edge, you have face. So I'll switch to vertex. Okay, now you see these little points here. Okay, and you can select them. Okay, now I can right click on as well. I can go to edge. You see I'm clicking on the edges of this. Those are the lines between the vertices. And the last thing is face. So the face is what's made up of the vertices and the edges. So basically you have three components. You have vertex, you have edge, and you have face. Okay, I'll switch back to vertex mode. You tend to model with vertices in Maya. So let me show you this quickly. So all these things are transformable. You can move or you can rotate or you can, can't really scale them. You can scale faces. But let me show you a move. So we can just move the polygon. So later on, as we model and with polygons in Maya, you'll see there'll be you can actually create some pretty amazing forms by just moving around polygons. Okay, and you can also do other things too. I mean, you could move an edge, which will have this kind of effect, and you can also move a face. Okay, so I'll just stretch something out. This is actually quite handy when you're doing hard surface kind of rectilinear modeling. Okay, so we can access all these modifiable abilities here by getting in component mode. So that's also, we've gone over this before too. This is object mode. So when you're in object mode, your object will be, hold on, let me, yeah, so that's, put it in select mode here. Okay, so now this is picking it as an object. You see it as an object, but you can also go to here to component mode. So that's when you're picking on these different components. Component mode is what's underneath the objects, the polygons. And then hierarchy mode is when everything's grouped together into a hierarchy. Okay, so that's where you would access these bits if you're just working on screen. So it's right mouse click on the object, okay? And then you can pick whatever selection tool you want to use, and then all your transform tools work on at that level. Okay, now there are a whole there's a variety of different ways to be able to get to your modeling tools within Maya. There's quite a bit here on the shelf. So here's your polygon primitive objects, and then if you go over here, there's a whole series of very useful, like very heavily used polygon tools that they put up here, and you can make your own custom shells if you like. And then, but traditionally, The original way in Maya was you would find all your tools here in these pull down menus. So now within here, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's just a ton of things. And as you become more of an advanced modeler, you'll, want to use more and more of these tools. You can pull these menus off too if you are modeling and you have a series of tools you want in here, or you can pull some of these off and make your own custom shelf. So those are some of the main ways we'll be dealing with polygons traditionally. But there's a quicker, more easy way, and this is really useful, especially for newer Maya users, which we'll be going over in the next video. That is this over here. This is on this little tab on the side called the Modeling Toolkit. So the Modeling Toolkit, basically, some of the most widely used tools have been pulled in over here, and there's a few other extra tools that are within here that you can will help you create a really good polygon model. So in the next video, we'll go over to the Modeling Toolkit, and we'll get everybody up and running with working with polygons in Maya.